Nation.
Listen, man, Cowboy Nation, y'all the realest, y'all the dopest. But we got breaking news right now, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
god damn, the Dallas Cowboys have just gave all the money in the world to DaRon Bland. So if you poor, you will stay poor because
Hold
there's
on, let
no
me check
more
my
money.
pockets because I think they took
Ain't
my
ain't
money
ain't no
out
more.
my pocket and gave it to him.
Ain't no money left nowhere else in the world because DaRon Bland got it all.
Mm.
DaRon Bland, all-pro cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, has been extended.
Where
So
rank him at in the cornerback room? Let me see. Let's
he
see.
got 4 years, $90 million, and this is coming straight off the presses from Ari Maravich. How you say my man's name? But it was from Jay Glazer. The deal is worth over $90 million, actually. Over. The key word over. So the Ron Bland is a Dallas Cowboy long term. Um, but listen, I don't know how I feel. This is like the way I feel about this is gonna
I
be
just
determined
had an
when.
idea about that, but yeah, it's
And
all
listen, the shit we were talking about on the show is over with now. Cause listen, we just had a whole conversation about who should stay, who should
Boss
go.
jinxed us. He said,
Like,
man, it might not be relevant. Damn, you
man,
jinxed us, boss.
I could
It came
tell.
right away. But that's just one part of the show. It's still a dope ass show.
Listen,
But
boss be living righteous. I could feel that. I feel like this man be manifesting stuff on the cool. So
just start talking about us being millionaires for a minute, boss.
Man,
yeah,
we
You know what I'm
listen. Let me tell
saying?
you, we getting ready to be multimillionaires, and the most important part is that we gonna still be able to do it with the integrity. We ain't gonna be the bootlicking millionaires. We ain't gonna be the people that
Nah.
had to pander and
to
do all
get
kind
there.
of weird stuff, to actually get the bag. Like it's
Also,
a,
make sure y'all turn y'all monetization on
I'm
your
doing
live
that right now.
streams.
I'm doing that.
Absolutely, my brother.
I'm
Good job.
changing the title as we speak, and then I'm gonna turn on that monetization.
Yes, indeed. So listen, this was out of left field. We were finna talk about some more stuff. Then it just so happened I looked up and the Run Bland is one of the highest paid corners in the National Football League. But what's crazy is we should have actually seen this coming because the Dallas Cowboys have actually talked to DaRon Bland's agent. They've been in contact with DaRon Bland's agent since training camp. They were talking about they were working on getting something done. It might be coming down the pipeline. It came down the damn pipeline. So I'm gonna get that pulled up too.
Let me go ahead and stake my piece on this right quick.
Oh Lord.
I mean, listen, I'm happy for Bland. Bland is a good player, but I just gotta be fair. Like, I would have definitely rather gone ahead and sign George Pickens opposed to Bland. Do this mean we gonna lose Pickens?
No, because the George Pickens and them have already said they do not want to talk about contracts yet because they know they finna run it up right now.
I understand that, but it is a such thing as a Godfather offer. Shut up and sign this contract. It's an offer like that they'll be like, okay, listen, George, I understand the risk versus reward. We got a chance to go run this bag up if we play this season out. But this number right here, you know what I'm saying? You might want to go ahead and sign this number right here. It's a way to do it, bro. But I understand they probably be a little difficult to do it. But man, I ain't gonna lie. We just had a discussion about, I would much rather wait on Bland opposed to waiting on George Pickens. And I know he don't want to do a deal right now, but like I said, his ways around that.
That's why. He's not even in the top 5 of the highest paid corners in the National Football League.
I'm fine with it. I'm done. You good.
My
you
dog.
Good. You good.
My
I'm
dog.
straight.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I
straight.
rock with you, lad.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
Because my only
Super
problem
team
was
friendly, bro.
my only problem was what? Paying him top of the market money for a guy who I feel like can't cover top receivers. If you mean to tell me he coming in right there, I'm cool. Way to go, Dallas. Way to go, Dallas. Way to go, Dallas.
Salute to Life's J. He said, does this mean Diggs is gone next year? Nah, the deal is very, very team friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Salute to Bland, too. Salute to Bland and Dallas for that. That's great.
Yeah, that's a great deal. It's great value because, listen, he may not be the best corner in the National Football League, but he's still an all-pro corner.
He's a damn good corner, man. He is. So don't get me wrong. Now, the money made me change that because, like I said, I just didn't want to pay top of the market for a guy who I didn't feel like was a top of the top type level corner. You know what I'm saying? But if you mean to tell me I'm paying for him at where his level at, if it's a fair deal, what they say, a fair trade is not a swindle. I think this a fair trade is not a swindle. Like, I feel like this is exactly what he probably should have came in at. I ain't mad at that, but if we talking about resetting the market with him, I would have been opposed to that. But I love this. I love this.
Him
Go
getting
ahead.
hurt last year actually helped him stay in Dallas. 'Cause imagine if he played a full 17 game season and he wasn't hindered by injury. He probably would have been had another Pro Bowl on his belt. Probably would have had a better outing. Like him being hurt last year might have kept him in Dallas for the long term. But the deal is broken down. He's going to be a Dallas Cowboy to 2029. It would sound crazy, but when you look up, it's already 2025. $23 million a year, 4 years, $92 million. So listen, to keep an All-Pro cornerback, and listen, kudos to Trayvon Diggs too, because none of the Dallas Cowboys corners have signed and broke the bank, man. None of them have. Trayvon Diggs gave a very team-friendly deal. DaRon Bland has gave a very team-friendly deal. Like these are guys, I don't know, man. I know damn well Dave Mulligala wasn't their agent.
David ain't going for this.
They would have got Bland 40.
And he would have been playing in Jacksonville.
with Jordan Lewis.
He would have been in Jacksonville or something.
Something crazy. Boss, how you feel, dog?
I'll say this, man, like,
because
my chat gone. No, I'm live. I will say this. You not seeing my chat?
I'm gonna go look.
No, my chat, they up in there. I'm live for sure. I will say this. Yeah. Everybody, listen. This is.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Your chat. It said your chat is disabled for this live stream.
Why?
What the hell?
I don't fucking know. Why is your chat disabled? Everybody else chat is up.
Them haters over there.
Somebody done reported your stream or something.
Nah. I go see what's up, man, because I have it attached to the channel. But I say this, just because we go rock anyway. We go rock out anyway. I say this, y'all not gonna want to hear this, but this is one of the benefits of doing what they did to Micah. I talked about this is when Zach Martin held the line, right, and skipped the line. That sent a message to all the young players that the way that you get your bag in Dallas is to play hardball, right? That sent a message to them, and I said way before it happened that the danger of what Zach Martin did is it could set precedent with your younger guys that's up and coming. So, and that's why I put on Twitter, they was tough with the wrong guy. They was tough with Micah. They should have been tough with an old Zach Martin, right? That just made sense because he was already at the teeter of getting ready to fall off. So why would you let him skip all these young players? Because at that time, he skipped Dak on his third contract. He skipped CD Lamb. He skipped at that time still. At that time, Diggs wasn't even paid. You had all these up and coming youngsters that was waiting on the bag that he skipped. So, and I should send you this graphic. I showed that the Dallas Cowboys had a history of putting all their best players on the longer form contracts. So they was able to have a joint message to say, if you want to play for us, everybody got to take a haircut. Everybody. It didn't matter who you are.
Okay, they finna do a press conference too. So
turn it on. You can turn it on once they get there. But just explaining this.
Send that graphic too. We got little time.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I'll email it to you in a minute. I'm just still working on our thumbnail. So now what happened with the way when they shot Mike in the head, right? For a metaphor, right? Mm-hmm. When they banged him, now that basically sent a message to everybody. Hey, bro, work with us.
Comply.
It sent a message. Work with us. Cause see, Micah likely would have worked with them if they would have went in and shot an old Zach Martin. You know what I mean? Because they would have been like, damn, these boy crazy. You know what I mean?
Did you see Terrence? Terrence said Michael would have played for 43.
Yeah, but see, some of that was also because Michael Gelkin explained this a year early. What was to me also going on is that they knew game one, they wasn't going to be able to probably have Micah. So the closer they got to the game, the less attractive he looked. You feel me? Because it was pretty much already understood and fully understood that you was gonna have a ramped up slow Micah. So you getting ready to come out to the Super Bowl champs on a ramp up on a
Yo,
pitch count. Yeah, but yeah, it was like, nah, we got to go with somebody that's gonna help us win now, and that ended up being Clark, and then let's just get all we can get, which end up being them picks. So
Never a dull moment in Dallas, is it? It's
Never.
never a dull moment in Dallas.
and I don't think this is necessarily.
I
Some
think
people might believe this is like them
shut
trying
up
to do
sign.
damage control. No, they was in talks with him,
for a
and
minute.
when you shot Micah in the head, I guarantee you that helped they leverage. I guarantee you when they went in there and say, okay, what you gonna do?
Shit, I'm gonna get down, lay down.
Right, you feel me? Like
Hey,
what you gonna do?
shout out to Mafia Best. I was finna say it. I didn't know who it was. I never like giving people government names. But Mafia Best said with the 5P said to check out his last couple videos. So he plugged his channel. So y'all go check out Mafia Bet Productions. And then John Couch sent a cash out just because he got love for a real one. So I
Hey,
appreciate
salute
y'all.
to y'all
Man.
for supporting the channels, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, yes indeed. And listen, hit they cash apps too. Boss, go ahead and put your cash app up instead of Boss Show Me. Put your cash app up, because we kidnapped Boss, and this is his second show. We got another show that's going to premiere, at like at
Four.
one, like
We
at
changing
4
it to
o'clock.
4 because we gonna be talking a while.
Yeah, we're gonna change it to 4 o'clock. So we got another show premiering at 4 o'clock. You can tell that it's a little dated because of some of the shit that we said, but it's still dope as hell. So y'all check it out.
Yeah, and we address what's important. We already addressed Diggs, which is related to this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll talk about that when you was finished.
Nah, you good, man. I'm just saying to everybody to hit those likes, hit those shares if you care, hit those cash apps, and to check out, the video that's premiering at 4, and like Mafia paid for with the cash app. Check out his new videos. But here is the rest of it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
On you, that's all.
Yeah. I need to. Yeah, that's a good call. Hey, it's a trend. If it was a visor, it'd be perfect.
Yeah. Also, don't get somebody pissed off about that.
I've pissed more people off than that.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Looks as if you secured DaRon Bland for 4 years. How important is that to get this done right now?
Well, I think number one, I'm so happy for him, and just the way he's worked, and shot onto the scene a couple years ago, and just kind of came in and made an immediate impact as a rookie, playing nickel and doing things like that, and then to see him a couple years after that with all the pick sixes, and just I'm so happy for him and his family. He's a dad now, which I think is great, and I talked to him about it, and just he's such a humble young man, but so well deserved, and again, just one of those guys that you love him as a teammate, you love him as a competitor. Doesn't say much, but man, he gives you everything he's got, and I'm thrilled for him and his family, and just very well deserved.
You say he's a very quiet guy, and you've always said you're a relationship guy. So how did you kind of get him to open up more and more to you, especially at a time like that?
Yeah, it was one of the dinners in the spring that I did. He was part of a group of about 5 or 6 guys, and I actually remember kind of the way it started was, he was kind of sitting across from me, and I don't remember exactly who was all in there, but as dinner went, just hearing him open up a little bit more, and so bright, so intelligent, but just a man of few words. But it's just, and then obviously throughout the pregnancy and they had, and it's just, it's cool to watch these young men grow up. And he's certainly a guy that is a huge piece for us. And like I said, I'm thrilled for him.
Brian Tyler Archer with ESPN. Are ball skills something that he has that can't be taught a little bit with some guys?
Yeah, he does have incredible ball skills, but I also think, Todd, he's got incredible instincts. His ability to study the game and his knowledge of the game for a young player, relatively young, are uncanny. Like his ability to read splits and anticipate routes and things like that. That usually happens when you're older. I always think of Stephon Gilmore, right? Like, those guys as they get older and they maybe lose a little bit of a step or something, they have to learn how to, read splits and things like that. But DaRon's just always had the ability to process things very quickly, and then he's certainly got elite change of direction and ball skills, which is why. The interceptions and the pick sixes per se have happened. But another guy fits perfect in our defense. No house guest. He's got flexibility. He can play nickel. He can play the boundary corner because he's so physical against the run. And key piece for the Dallas Cowboys.
You re-signed Jake. You've now signed him, and Tyler's in discussions as well. What's the importance of keeping these guys?
Well, again, we're a draft and develop team. We want to draft guys. We want to develop them. We've shown that we, have a great history here long before I got here of drafting players and developing them. And I think the cool thing when you look at the guys that you do that with is usually they don't change. Fergie hasn't changed a bit. He's still the enforcer that he likes to be and half bit crazy all the time, which is awesome. I love being around him. And DaRon's not going to change, So I think anytime you can draft these guys, develop them, and then, get them into a second contract, it's good to see. And you're thrilled for them and their family.
John Machota with The Athletic. Just on the cornerback position in general, how you feeling about it right now? Obviously knowing that you're getting Diggs back at some time in the near future, and then obviously having DaRon signed. Yeah,
feel good. We've talked about there's help on the way, and I think Trayvon got through the other day. Awesome. He's been working his ass off, getting ready to go for this game. We'll see how he does today. But
contrary to what other people were saying,
I feel good about it. I think we've got some flexibility. Kyer's playing well, getting DaRon back. Certainly, we made some moves at final cut down, with Triquez and Reedy. I feel good, and again, I'm excited about that group because again we're getting healthy at the right time, and I think that matters.
What are your expectations today for Kenny Clark?
Yeah, again, Kenny was through the walkthrough, did all the things we're doing in the walkthrough. I think again he's been practicing. It's not like he hasn't been practicing, so he's in great shape. He's ready to go. His body feels good, and it's going to be fun to see him out there in pads.
Nick Harris, former Star Telegram. What would you say is DaRon Bland's leadership style, since he is more of the quiet guy? Is it by example? Does he have guys that listen to him?
Yeah, I think he's definitely a leader by example. But I see him teaching guys. I see him grabbing guys. He just does it his own way. But he's definitely a leader by example. The way he works, the way he practices, the way he runs to the ball, the way he, attacks meetings and things like that. He totally is a leader by example, and that's what I love about leadership. There's all different kinds of ways to do it, right? And I think that's why I think what we're trying to build here is so special, because you've got different personalities. You've got guys that are quiet leaders. You've got guys that are leading by example. I'll transition a little bit and talk about, we just named our captains this morning. I was planning on having 4. That was kind of the goal, but the guys clearly spoke, and so we will have 6 captains in 2025. On defense, we'll have Osa and Donovan Wilson. On offense, we'll have Dak Prescott, CD. Special teams will have Aubrey and CJ. And they'll still be a captain of the week, not this week, not this first week, but they'll still be a captain of the week. But you look at those guys, and their leadership comes in all different, forms, and that's what I like. But again, like I said, I was blown away. People ask me about the leadership of this football team. The guys made it very clear: Shotty, 4 is not enough. And so the way the voting came in, it was really close, and it'll be cool for those guys to have the C's on their jersey.
And then you have the big trade on Thursday, but you have to quickly roll into week 1. How have you kind of seen the team take the next step and move on and really put all the focus on Philly?
Yeah, Bonus Monday was good for us the other day, whatever the heck day that was, just to get them in and get them moving again after 3 days off. And they came in today, had great juice, great energy in the meeting, and excited about our Wednesday prep. This is what we call Competition Wednesday, and there'll be a winner and a loser and everything that we compete at, and bags and practice and competitive. We got a red zone period that we'll do competitively. And the guys were dialed in and excited to go and ready to kick off the season.
Yeah, competition Tuesday.
Tommy Harsh, DallasCowboys.com. Brian with DaRon. How valuable is the ability to bring play outside and in especially, considering how much the nickel corner spots kind of changed over the years?
Yeah, it's huge. I think, number one, it gives us the versatility and the multiplicity that we want, where we can change up different personnel groupings. And from a play caller, that can be really hard because there's certain times you're like, well, where is he? Like teams have done that for a long time with Jalen Ramsey. He's outside, he's inside, he travels, he doesn't travel. So I think that's, so powerful for us. But it's not even that. It's like he's good at both, which is really cool. Sometimes guys are, they're really good outside corners. They're okay nickels. He's not. He's really good inside. He proved that as a rookie. He's proved that this year. And he's also really good on the outside covering guys. So I think that's just a huge, huge benefit for us. And he's a good blitzer. He's a good tackler. The coverage skills speak for themselves. And like I said, it's invaluable.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Obviously, you have long-term ambitions here. As a coach, what does it do for you when you're able to lock up a guy long-term and you find that out that this guy isn't in your team's plans for a while? Yeah,
again, I think, this team's going to be defined by more than just one person. We talked about that the other day. It's going to take the whole team and all 53 plus 69 total. And but again, I'm just happy for DaRon. I just think, it's a guy that's worked incredibly hard, and here he is, fifth round draft pick, fifth. Thank you, and to come in and to shoot onto the scene and play the way he did, and you don't announce it to the guys until it's signed, and so they'll all know, but we'll make a big deal about it tomorrow, just like we did with Ferg.
And then Tyler Smith, that's a guy who's obviously progressed pretty well in his career so far. What have you seen from him just from a day-to-day basis, and what are your ambitions for him going into this year specifically? Yeah, well, again, I think the guy's an all-pro guard. I think he's incredible talent. Another one of those guys, draft and develop. Here's a guy who played tackle at Tulsa, comes in here, he's a tackle, then, okay, let's move you to guard, and the power that he possesses is crazy. What I love about Tyler is he hasn't checked up one day. He's probably one of our hardest practice players that we have, and he's not missed a beat, he's not said a word. I think that's one of the things that you respect about him is just a competitor. And but yeah, what a talent, and so hopefully he's the next one that is able to get done.
Saudi's The Athletic. Brian, obviously Micah was a unique talent with special abilities. He was thrust into becoming an edge after circumstances kind of warranted that. Do you see DeMarvion Overshown, when he comes back, having any of those same traits or abilities as an athlete to maybe rush the passer more and change from a linebacker to that? Well,
obviously, Demo, there's not many things Demo can't do. He's really good at a lot of different things.
I said that his rookie year.
He's very good blitzer. Now, playing on the edge is different side. I mean, it is a little bit different. You're blocking, going up against bigger men. Tackles are bigger, longer, stronger than sometimes getting matched up on backs. But I wouldn't bet against Demo. I'll reiterate what I said the other day. I think pass rush for us is one of our deepest positions that we have. You look at Sam and Donovan and Dante and Marshawn and James Houston. I mean, we're deep at that spot, but
Isaiah Land.
Demo can pretty much do anything, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention, my heart goes out to Leroy Jordan's family. I'm a football junkie. I'm a football nerd, and I grew up with a dad that, played kind of in that era, and, member of the Doomsday Defense. Just my heart goes out to his family.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Brian, when we see these contracts for cornerbacks, typically outside corners typically get paid a little more. Now that DaRon is paid, do you feel like, that maybe helps the ability to communicate to him and say, hey, we might need you to be inside because Kyrie Elam might be a little better outside or whatever? Do you feel like this contract kind of helps you be more versatile with him now going forward?
Well, we were going to be versatile with him no matter what, because that's the type of competitor that DaRon is. DaRon's never said, hey, I'm not going to play nickel or I'm not going to do this. He sees him.
He actually did say that shit. I just want to throw that there. Bland did say he wasn't going for that shit, but that's neither here nor there.
We would have moved him around as well. He's just a stud of a young man and a damn good football player that, again,
hold on.
I am
Did
so
we see
happy
it
for.
come out of his mouth, or is it a report?
He reported. He was talking to
Dr.
reporters
Wilson
at training
seems to
camp.
be someone of the Bland, very quiet guy. Did that surprise you, or did it tell you a little bit about what Donovan does behind the scenes a little bit.
Well, I think they look at his play style. There's an intensity with Dono.
But to Shotty's credit,
I love the guy. I love the guy. Like, when I go around and I talk to the guys before practice, Calvin, it's like, the handshake, the embrace, but the eye contact.
It was really about the money anyway,
different.
though.
I mean, the guy just loves football, and so that's why you let the players vote. Exactly. I think the players got it right. There were more guys that were also deserving, but you're allowed 6-ish, and so the numbers were a little bit separated. But again, it speaks to the leadership of our football team, and it's not just going to be those 6 guys that lead us. Tyler Smith's a leader on this football team. He wasn't named captain. He had a lot of votes, but he just came up a little short of those other guys. And Malik Hooker, I go on. Brian Anger, I can go on and on and on about the leadership of this football team, and we're going to need that. There's going to be adversity this season. No one's standing up here saying there's not going to be adversity. So when you have strong chemistry and connection, but also leadership, that's a huge advantage for a football team.
Skyler Dixon with the AP. Last year, you all kind of had the automatic third quarterback with the way the roster was set up with Trey. This year, it's a little different sort of decisions you'll have to make along those lines. How do you view that emergency quarterback? When, from my point of view, it kind of looks like a free roster spot on game day, but how do you see it?
Yeah, well, again, it's a tool that some people use. We obviously have a few guys. I'm not going to share with you right now who those guys would be in an emergency situation. You have guys that are prepared to play quarterback if it gets to that point. But, it does have its benefits. And I think at the end of the day, I think this is nothing new. Most teams get into a situation where they have to have somebody that's ready to do it. It's been different places. It was our punter for us in Jacksonville. It wasn't McAfee, I don't think. I don't think we trusted Pat. Sorry, Pat. I know you're probably watching this. It's different guys. And so we have a few guys, and again, the menu will be a little smaller than what the call sheet would normally look like. But we have guys that we feel like could go out there and at least execute some of the things we're trying to do.
With reps so important for starting quarterbacks, how do you kind of see third quarterbacks and beyond in terms of quarterback development? What's your kind of overall view of quarterback development in the NFL?
Yeah, it's hard. I'm going to go back, Skyler, because I think I've talked about this before. When you have 3, it's hard. Your starter needs a lot, and even Dak wants a lot, especially when you're doing early looks early in the week, like a day like today. He's going to want most of those, if not all of those, and we'll get those. But you got to try to get the other 2 some reps. But Rich Gannon was a guy that I remember he was kind of the backup. He didn't need a lot of reps, but he always wanted those third down blitz reps because that was the closest thing that he could get to game reps, the feel of third down blitzes and guys coming from, the posts and off the edges and corners and hot responsibilities and things like that. So you'll watch Joe and those guys and Will, when they're not in there, they're kind of behind shadowing, and that's a big part of it. And then as soon as practice ends, Steve Shimko will take Will and those guys, and they'll go and basically any ball that Dak throws, they'll call the play and they'll spot throw that. And so they can get through. We started it 2004 or 5, I guess, with Phillip Rivers is when we first started doing it. So they call the play and then you're ripping throws. So if he throws the comeback over here, he throws the comeback. Then he threw a slant over here, he throws a slant. So they're getting their throws, they're getting their footwork. It's not perfect, but they are getting the work and the throws that they need.
What are your expectations for captains?
Be the guys to the forefront that lead us, be the guys that are communicating, be authentic. I think that's a huge thing for me. Be authentic. Lead the way you want to lead. But again, they will. Certainly, my door is always open for anybody. You don't just have to be a captain. But I would hope that if there was an issue that maybe didn't make it to me, that one of those 6 guys would certainly bring it to me. Hey, we're having a little issue here that you probably need to address. That would be expected of them. And for the most part, it's just help with the connection and the chemistry that we're working with.
And then Calvin kind of mentioned it with Wilson CD as well. You've talked about his growth. Can you revisit that? Like when you first were around him as your consultant year, did you ever think, oh yeah, I can see him being a captain one day?
I really could, just because of his love for the game. The passion and the way he plays the game, I think, Todd, is incredible. But CD's been different. I think, back this year, it started not just with the GP thing, but again, I think, last year missing training camp reminded him how much he loves football. I was actually not surprised by that one. I was actually not surprised at all that CD got as many votes as he did, because he's a great player, but he's one of our best practice players. And again, you see him doing being much more intentional, I would say, in terms of leadership, talking to younger guys and things like that. And for me, it's just been fun to watch him grow into that. And I think he's truly just getting started.
Brad Sham, Cowboys Radio 105.3 The Fan. Because you make such a point of knowing your players as people, what do you suppose you would do if this vote came back and they'd elected a captain about whom you thought, oh, no way in hell?
Well, I would have named him captain. The players speak. I mean, like I said, I wanted 4. They said, when you looked at the numbers, Brad, they said, no, it's not 4, it's 6. They see something. They might have seen something different than I did, but I trust the guys, and I know them, and I know that they're going to vote with their hearts. They're going to vote for truly who they believe will lead us, and be resilient and be disciplined to work every day and do the things they're supposed to do. So you saw me. I didn't bat an eye. I'd name them.
Nick. I love it. When DaRon Bland was coming out, I'm not sure how much you were part of those draft day conversations, but do you remember anything about that? And if not, okay, then
I don't.
When was the first time you saw the dog in him, the intention of him to where he could be thrown into a starting role rookie year and then first team All-Pro?
He enters as I was up in the box with DQ. I can't remember. I think we were playing the Giants, and he was playing nickel, and they ran a little stop route kind of in between the hash with the tight end, and he was playing like a cover 2 look, and he read the quarterback's eyes, and he squeezed the tight end on the hook just inside the deal and picked it off. It's an incredible play because it was a bang play, and I remember just up in the box watching and seeing the quick twitch and the ability to close a seam like he did, but also it was a contested like the tight end was reaching like this, and he came in and scooped it and stole it from him, and I remember going, damn, that was a hell of a play. And he did it a lot in practice as well, but that was the first time. I think it was the Giants. It was an interception that he came with. I think it might have been his first one of his career, but it was kind of a wild play.
We know how you feel about Dak as a leader and everything else. How does the Micah trade change how you lean on him for messaging and everything else to sort of push this team forward?
Yeah, I don't, nothing changes. I think, Dak doesn't need to be the only leader we have. The guys have just, identified a bunch of other guys. Dak needs to play quarterback, and Dak needs to try to lead the league in wins. That's what we're trying to do. If we can lead the league in wins, the leadership ability is there. For sure. But again, we're strongest when we have all of our guys. I think Kenny Clark's going to be a leader at some point. He's just a new face, and again, the more I get to know him and the more the guys get to know him, I think, he's going to be seen as a leader. I think, Jake Ferguson's another guy, got a bunch of votes, but when it's spread out the way it is, it makes you go, yes, we have the right type of guys, and they will pull on you. And it's going to take different guys to speak up, because there's going to be some days when the offense plays well and the defense to others. There's going to be other days where the defense is amazing and we shit the bed, and it's going to take guys willing to step up, be accountable, say, hey, we need to be better, because at the end of the day, this is the ultimate team game, and I'm thrilled to have the type of leaders that we have in that locker room.
We already know Booker a leader too.
This is a business, obviously. Do you think fans, maybe even us in the media, forget about, when you mentioned CD, how much they, especially in his case, how much he missed the game? Because he wanted to play, but the business kind of got in the way of that.
Yeah, I think, this is the greatest game in the world. You start playing this game when you're 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. I mean, I used to play literally flag football and backyard, football, and you just love it, and you don't care. You don't care who you play with, where are we playing in the street, we playing in the field, we playing at the park, where are we playing? But you just love the game, and these guys, they don't feel different. They still love stepping out between the white lines. They still love going into that huddle and sometimes laughing and making jokes and sometimes screaming at each other. But the game is such a pure thing, man, and they just love it. And when it's taken away from you from time to time for different reasons, you mentioned business, it reminds you of how blessed we are to be able to do what we do.
Man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, man. So I got topics over this. Created a whole other damn show.
I got a good question to crank it up before I forget.
I got notes.
I know you got notes.
I got notes.
I got a good question to crank up the discussion.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah. The one question I want to ask is, do y'all feel like captains equate to leadership? Because we were just asking those questions about leadership and who's going to emerge as the leader. And then it's funny that Shotty came out this day and picked that he revealed who the captains were. Do y'all equate captains to being leaders on the team?
I mean, listen, if player voted captains, I would equate to, because they are obviously who they want to be the leader. That's who that's who they want to follow. That's who they believe in. If it's the same, this is why we do it in politics. We vote for representation. Like these the people I want to rock for me and with me. So in a situation like this, and it's a player voted environment, if they say, nigga, we rocking with Dak, that's what we want to follow. We rocking with CD, we rocking with Osa, we rocking with such and such. And in this moment of time, it would be. Now if it's some dude that nobody in the locker room fool with, but the coach put him in that position of power, then no. But player voted, yeah. I think that's.
I agree. I just feel like it's real funny that they came out today after we've been questioning the leadership. You know what I'm saying? Now they want to let us know who the captains is. They listening, boss. Our voice matter.
Our voice definitely matter. I will say this too, bro. I heard a lot of great things, and I see a Philly fan that's a damn liar. He come in and say we own the Cowboys. No, the fuck you don't, bro. Like, y'all own the ring right now, but you definitely don't own the Dallas Cowboys. I just want to check you real quick on game week. I just don't like y'all right now. And if I see anything that's green, even if it's the green grass, I'm going to go out there and cut that bitch down to the dirt. Fuck my grass this week just because it's green.
Fuck my grass this week. It's crazy.
I agree.
I just want to say this before I address what you said. You don't own nothing over here. Like, so Dak is 8-3 on y'all funky ass. You need to get your shit together. Like, yeah, you got the ring, but you still also the bottom of the very division. So none of y'all better not come in and try to stick your funky ass chest out. I'm not playing with none of you Philly funkos this week, man.
Facts.
Yeah, so I'm just letting y'all know where I am. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming to the channel, but you ain't finna get no soft ass energy from us. We finna slap the shit out you funky ass boys.
Especially when y'all losing in every category. Yeah, series wins, ring wins. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all boys is not on our level for real. Y'all just got here. You can't even sit at the adult table, nigga. Get your little salsa and your little sippy cup and go sit your ass down in the corner somewhere.
It's like that. So real quick, and just to answer your question, going back to real football, not dealing with that green bullshit, that's why that answer that I love that he said from Brad Sham. Brad Sham asked him, what if the players pick a guy that you was like, hell no, right? And he was like, well, that's the guy. And see, I love that answer because that's what I've been saying. It's like leaders is who the men follow. It's not who the most articulate. It's not, because we all put Prescott as the guy because he is the best face of us in the public. But behind the scenes, it's who do the dudes rock with. You feel me? And I love that answer because that showed me that Brian is not going to override the voice of his players. So in our case, if you say, does the captains really represent leadership? Yes. In some teams, it wouldn't, because some coaches would override the voice of their players and say, oh, no, that guy there, no,
I need him to be the captain.
Yeah, they would have, it would have been the players got say, but the coaches got say. It showed that Brian fully gave the voice of the leaders to the players. That's why he said we started with 4, but we got pushed to 6, and I had to ride with that because that's what my players wanted.
I think the comment by you guys was perfect. She says, all leaders are not captains, but all captains should be leaders. I think that's a good way to say it too.
Where her comment at? I need to put that one up.
Yeah, she ate with that one because all captains are not leaders, but all leaders should be captains. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's pretty dope, and it's the truth. Real talk.
Yeah. And see, and I also love the fact, man, and I'm loving the change that this show made. It made a dope pivot. It's a test of us as listeners. It's a test of us as content creators. One of the things that I also love that he talked about in terms of leaderships is the different types. and that he also clearly shows that he studies leadership. Can you make us big real quick? I want to show something real quick. Henry, can you make us big before you go to that?
We just made a video about this. This is why we be on point with this stuff.
Listen,
you know what
man,
I'm saying?
I keep this book in front of my desk every day, bro. This is this book actually changed my life. Studying this book is called Developing a Leader Within You by John C. Maxwell. He's the greatest leader trainer in the world. I started studying him when in college. I implemented him in all my adventures, jobs, when I started businesses. And so when he talked about there are multiple types of leaders, I can tell Brian studied leadership because he talks like Maxwell. He talks like he studied this. This ain't somebody who just kind of winging it, just trying to, who got his own philosophy. He has obviously proven some philosophies because he was able to state the different types, the people who lead by example, right? So they not gonna be the rah guy. And we was talking about that we finna display this. We already got a video that's showcasing that but we talked about it in that video, how like we talked about, you go hear it if you go listen to it when it come out later, drops later.
You did change the stuff too,
Lane. Yeah, I'm changing it now.
I ain't even finished it yet.
Yeah, I'm still working on it as we speak. Yeah. But the thing about it, like we was talking about Marriage Lil Fire, he not the rah guy, but he gonna be the guy that's gonna lead by just bust that dude in the mouth. Just do that. I ain't got to tell you what to do. Just watch what I do and do that. And I just love how Brian knows that. And then, if y'all don't mind, one of the big things that stood out to me was that Competition Wednesday. I put a bullet by that. He took that from Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and me and the OC took that from Pete Carroll. So we started doing shows every week, every season, and we called it Competition Tuesdays. The point was to highlight who was the people who stood out during the games that should probably mix up who the new starters should be. And we did it every week up until the season was over. We did Competition Tuesday because we took that from Pete, right? And competition should be all the way through in the season. People think because preseason over with that competition should be over with. Now, some guys start standing out at practice. Some guys have debut games. Let's say right now you got Deuce on the practice squad. Let's say if it's an injury, he go in there and he just light it up in the game. Well, we need to talk about Competition Tuesday, Wednesday now. You feel me? And I love that he's still trying to find a way to fight to keep competition as the core of what we do here. That's just good leadership by Brian.
I think so too. My
pop said you can't be a leader if you can't be led.
Man, he ain't lying. Another thing that really popped off as I was listening.
What's up?
He said we trying to get Diggs to play Thursday. See, that slipped out. That's because nobody knew that. We was all speculating. Is Diggs gonna play? Could Diggs play? We didn't know. He dropped it. He said we trying to see if Diggs gonna be able to play on Thursday. That's the first time that happened. That's the first time we heard any news of the potential. And it also says that there's a chance. I wish you had a clap button because we should clap it up for Diggs, bro. We should clap it up that dude had the injury when he had a grafted knee procedure, which Henny already showed that on average supposedly takes about 12 to 18 months for athletes. And this man came back in less than a year, to the point he go likely. If y'all still on this Diggs hate, bro, like you are just, bro, I don't want to say what I really want to say what I think about you, bro. If y'all still on this Diggs bullshit and don't give him credit, bro, I almost hate some of you Cowboy fans. I'm gonna be all the way honest, bro. I'm not man. Fuck some of y'all, like for real, bro. Like for real, bro. Like if you so toxic, not to recognize that this man had to have put in Brian just talked about too in that press conference.
He worked his ass off, he said.
Didn't he say that, bro?
Yeah.
So we still go hate on Diggs, bro?
Bro, Diggs came back earlier than he supposed to last year. This man just healed quick. But then you hear people saying, oh, he's lazy. He should have been in the build, getting all animated and shit. I'm glad I did call him out, bro, because I don't like that. Especially when this man and I read it and sacrificed and did everything he's supposed to do. He got his own trainers. And look, they work better than yours. So what you got to say now?
Real quick, shout out to Brother Fred. He hit everybody on the super chat. So I appreciate that, man. That's real love. That's real support.
That's GOAT worthy. That's GOAT worthy.
Saluting. He supports the show. He shows some love. So appreciate Brother Fred. He hit all 3 pages with a super chat, man. That's GOAT shit.
That's real.
But yeah, you're right about Diggs, though. It never made sense why people are so quick to eat their own players, man. Like, they cannibalize and criticize the best players that we have available. Like, I remember life before Trayvon Diggs. I remember life before Trayvon Diggs. Do you remember life before Trayvon Diggs?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember Brandon Carr out there? Do you remember
used car?
Do you remember? He was alright, but you remember Orlando Scandrick? You remember like the best corner we probably
Claiborne.
had. Yeah, Mo Claiborne. The best corner we probably had was old man Terrence Newman.
Terrence Newman was like that when he first got there. To me, he was even good when he got older, but he just timed out. But Newman was hard to me.
Mm-hmm. So, like, we went from having that, to an all-pro cornerback, that is regarded as one of the best ball hawks in the National Football League, SEC pedigree, former, national champion, should have been a first-round pick in that draft class. It just was such a deep draft class. He got pushed to the top of the second. Like, we went from having anybody out there. Like, I played corner for the Dallas Cowboys one time. You know what I'm saying? So you went from that to having a premier cornerback like Trayvon Diggs, and your first move is to disrespect him and try to run him out of town at a moment's notice. And he gave you a team-friendly deal.
I want y'all to know all the petty stuff that y'all feel about Trey, and most of it was largely about him missing a tackle or so. Like, man, listen, man. That is a very dumb way to go about it. If your main objective is to win football games and have the best players on the field, you want Trayvon Diggs on the field, bro.
That's right.
Like, it's like, cut out all the petty foolishness and buffoonery. Just keep it real and leave Trey alone, man. Y'all already traded his best homeboy away. You traded his best homeboy away, and Trey ain't gonna like that. Micah had the name Trey specifically in his press conference. He said 7, man. Dang, my guy 7. Yeah. Like, that lets you know that's going to hurt. That's going to be the equivalent of when Zeke left here for Dak.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's his best partner. So leave Trey alone, man. Let that man come in here and get his mind right. We need to really rally behind Trey. He didn't rally behind us. He done showed up, and now he finna show out, man. Like, out of all the criticism he been receiving, what Trey been doing, he ain't even had much to say, to be honest to you. That man just been working. Like, he put out his documentaries because the allegations got a little ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, the allegations got ridiculous. He like, look, I might not talk to y'all, but I'm finna put out some content to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna show y'all. He said, boss show me, inspired me to make sure I show y'all this shit instead of talk about it. So he said, I'm gonna show y'all my work. So, man, really, bro, if Trey can come through for us and go out there and play like he's supposed to, sir, man, y'all need to be clapping it up for Trey. Like, real talk, y'all need to be giving him mad props for this. Because he supposed to be, 2 months behind?
2 months. Can I read B-Bird Super?
I just saw. I just want to tell everybody, I'm just now starting to see y'all supers because I was uploading the video that we just did. We did a pre-recorded that's dropping at 4. I just dropped it. So if I missed some of y'all super chats, I sincerely apologize. Sorry about that, Hen.
No, you good, brother. You good. And salute to B-Bird with the $4.99 for your mind. He said Zeke holds out. They signed Jalen Smith. They traded Amari Cooper. They signed Gallup. They trade Parsons. They signed Bland. We signed people signing. But I'll tell you this much, though, man. I did want to keep DaRon Bland. I didn't want to keep DaRon Bland at top of the market, market money.
Facts.
And he did not reset the market at all. He's the 6th highest paid cornerback in the National Football League, and by the time the season's over, he'll probably be like the 10th or the 11th highest paid cornerback in the National Football League. Because there's a lot of other guys that are gonna come down the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? So we got the deal done. He's not gonna have to test free agency. And remember, Trayvon Diggs is under contract as well for a prolonged period of time. So now your nucleus at cornerback, you can keep them boys together, for the next couple of years. So now, LandLord, even the thought of even moving away from Trayvon Diggs is goofy now, because now you got 2 All-Pro corners, under contract for relatively team-friendly deals for the next couple seasons. So all you got to do is make sure they stay healthy, and get another corner in here that can be your third guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, your cornerback room is set for this entire championship window at this point. Because Diggs is under contract. You don't have to do anything with Diggs.
Facts. And he already under contract. That's what's so disturbing, and that's why, we had to talk about this, but we was like, man, I hope they don't try to force him out the building, man, because we sitting up like, man, listen, this man's still under contract and we still getting these type of rumors. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's under contract. Leave him alone. Let him play football, man. Let him be one of the best corners in the league like he been doing.
And that's honestly why I honestly hate the offseason, because the offseason I call the time of illogical optimism. I also need to say it's the time of illogical toxism. That's going to be the 2 things I'm going to say. We toxic in the offseason and we're illogical, right? So the beautiful thing, like I heard somebody saying, like Donovan Iraku is going to replace Micah. That's illogical. It's not even possible, right? That's why we need the season to start. So all these Diggs go get traded. No, if Diggs go out there and put up some hella fire film, it's going to lock him into Dallas because we go all ride behind him, bro. Period. And Jerry Nim is gonna be just like the Emperor on Gladiator, where even if you want to get rid of Diggs and you sit up here, let me get my, and you want a thumbs down. If he making plays, it's gonna be like, you got a thumbs up that boy, man. You can't. You not gonna watch Diggs after locking up people, making tackles, and doing a good job, and the whole Cowboy Nation is behind him, and you cut him. You ain't gonna do that. Especially why he's. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask this question. Diggs' contract is up the same time the DaRon Bland contract is up. They will make it, because Diggs signed a 5-year deal last year. You know what I'm saying? So
and then he didn't even try to kill the market. He didn't do all that. He signed for under the market, and it was quiet about it. We just woke up and he got signed. He didn't have to go back and forth in the public or none of that. And they still dogged the man out just because he was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And shout out to both the corners to your first point, Henny. You said it best out the gate, bro. Literally, both our corners was team friendly. Both of them, extremely team friendly. So, Dallas Cowboys, let's kind of stop the normal talk that we do. We draft guys and we start trying to fire guys. We start already putting the other person in the casket. Let's not do that this time. Let's just enjoy both of them and let's just see how it play out. You know what I mean? If Bland, I put it like this: if that Diggs cover like he normally cover, and Bland cover like he normally cover, Diggs the asset.
You need both of them. I'm gonna tell you that shit. You need both of them. If that's
you definitely need both of them. But I'm saying this: if they both of them playing at their best, Diggs better.
Oh, for sure.
Diggs is the true CB1.
I've been saying that since day one. But let's see this. Look at your division and let me know, do you need 2 good cornerbacks?
Of course.
You see the Eagles got Smith and AJ over there. You see Washington got Scary Terry and Debo and other folks over there. Like, you see the Giants got Malik Neighbors and other folks over there. Like, you need more than one corner, for sure.
Yeah, he signed the year before last, but he was still under contract. So, he signed a 5-year extension. Like, he becomes an unrestricted free agent in the year 2009.
Let's get this mentality in Dallas and Cowboy Nation, y'all. Instead of putting the players against each other, let's get greedy. Say we want everything. We want all of them. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying Micah, Mizey or Clark and like Clark just pushed Mozzie off a bridge. We want both of them in the middle, stopping the run, causing chaos. We want both of them. If we get another running back, we want all the running backs. We want all the receivers. We ain't making nobody expendable. We want everything. Because guess what? We want it all when it comes to the result of the season. That means we want that ring. We want that trophy. So we want it all, man. Quit putting the players against each other when it comes to like the structure of the team. We need everybody. It take 53 men.
I agree. You need everybody, all hands on deck, because man, we played some throwed ass wide receiver rooms this year, man. Like, think about what Minnesota got over there. They got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and all them boys. You know what I'm saying? We play the Eagles week 1. You know, they got A.J. Brown. They got John Metchie now. They got Devontae Smith. You know, we play a bunch of damn good wide receivers. I don't even look at Debo like that. But
look at Chicago.
Yeah, look at Chicago, but look at the Commanders. Like, they got Debo Samuel and Terry McLaurin. Like, everybody got 2 guys. Some of them got 3. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to need a damn good cornerback room, you know, to try to hold up with them boys.
See, I love it, though. Now we got 2 good to great corners on the outside. And, you know, we got to figure out that inside, though. Maybe you think, okay, where are we going to play Bland right now?
Wherever.
I think since he got his money, he ain't too concerned about well now. Mm-hmm. But I would much rather – I like him on the outside too, though. So, but we don't have an inside corner, though. We don't have a slot corner outside of him.
I would want him on the inside. I mean,
it fit more for the team right now.
And because I like the height of Elam. I believe, just me, I like your taller corners on the outside generally, and I want your quicker, more nimble corners, because that's where generally, this is not an absolute, because people do different things with weapons. And I've just seen Bland just make more plays. You know what I'm saying? Just period. I've seen Bland just make more plays. Not Bland, yeah, in the slot. But I'm telling you, as a former corner, corners don't care where they play. They don't care. The real mentality of a corner is just put me out there and tell me who to stop. They want that challenge. And real corners want the ultimate challenge. They like, it's testing yourself, you know. And that's why I trust Diggs so much, because he's been put there so many times and he's passed that test. And
even on worse defenses.
Shout out to B Bird too with the 499. He said, if you got 2 players early, you're getting team friendly deals. You go late, you got to pay the late tax. Yeah, if you pay them early, you get ahead of the curve. The market has not been reset. The sooner that you pay somebody, the sooner it becomes a discount. You know, that is very true.
Can we give the front office credit, man? Y'all know we don't do that.
Absolutely, no, we do.
We gotta give them.
We gotta give credit, bro. Like, yeah,
well, we may not give them enough. Then
no, I'm gonna say this, bro.
They deserve credit for this one, right?
No, they deserve credit for a lot. And I do want to say thank you to front office.
Yeah,
I like what they did with Clark. I thank you greatly for that, bro. I can't spend 2 years over here banging for no shoes. Now, I don't think you had to trade a generational player for that, but I'm still thankful that you got it. I'm thankful that and let's just doubt. It's a benefit of slapping one of these top players that wanted max. Mm-hmm. I'm being honest with y'all, bro. When you basically tell everybody, all my top players got to get a haircut, period, and you stand on that, that makes people like Bland run to the table like, okay, I'll take it, right? Because I don't want to be Micah. It's ugly. A lot of y'all don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, boss, that's the sacrifice for a championship, man. I don't think we want to talk about that, but it is. That's the sacrifice for a championship.
And what we want front office to do a better job is, if you go hardball your best players like this, manage the money better when you get the savings. See, that's what I don't like about it.
And go to the table earlier.
Don't hardball Micah and hardball CD and hardball Dak, but then run to go pay Ferg. Like, what the fuck?
See, I think, like they said, go to the table earlier, and the impact won't be so harsh. You know what I'm saying? It won't hurt so much.
And I really don't. And I'm just being honest. I don't like hardballing your best and then paying your average. Like, nah, be tough on everybody. Be like, nah. If the Cowboys was like really about business, that's why I give them credit, but I still slap them back. if you really about business, then you would have been like, Ferg, you had a down year. You know what I'm saying? And we need to see something from you. I don't like you just tough on, Dak. Oh, yeah, you can't take up the cap, Dak and CD and Micah. How dare you? And I need to talk to the agent. But then you go you go give Schultz $11 million on a tag, and then he gone the next year.
It gotta be. See, think about it though. When you trying to get big money, that's when they mad. But if you trying to come in under the market, they like, all right, let's talk about this. Like, they gonna invite you in.
Though.
I'm saying, I ain't saying it's right. I'm just telling you that's their mentality.
That
it's
is,
like,
yeah.
Let's talk about it.
That's like a reverse way of being cheap. It's like
it's all about them being cheap.
It's about to order the deal, man.
Yeah, but I'm going back to your point though, because I still start slapping them, giving them credit.
Yeah.
This is where they deserve credit. Both deals, and I just tweeted this. Both Diggs and Bland, extremely team friendly, and both should have been defensive player of the year. Just think about what we just got. Think about what we just got. We basically got 2 defensive players on the year. Don't run off neither one of them dudes. My boy CFT in the building. What's up, my dog?
Salute, Ron.
CFT, Ron.
Yeah, so man, Dallas, y'all rock that shit. Like, getting Bland at what you got Bland for, and Bland, I'm gonna be honest, Bland could have helped them to the fire. Like, bro, I have defensive player resume. Yes, I do have
history.
I made history, bro. Don't play
I'm
with me.
All-pro.
Yeah, but when you slap Micah, it'll be like, I'll take the millions.
Like, cause listen, man, like that what you said, bro. It really is necessary. It's not the player that we would have preferred them to use as an example, but it's necessary, bro.
Yeah.
It's necessary. Cause we just said they got took to the woodshed with every single contract, every other contract, especially the big ones.
Yeah.
Dak took him to the woodshed. Zach took him to the woodshed. Zeke took him to the woodshed. DeMarcus Lawrence took him to the woodshed. Who else? All the big contracts, they got swindled.
CD, right?
CD took them to the woodshed. We ain't saying that they don't deserve their money, but we saying that they got like top of the market and they went crazy.
Won.
Like they got super big contracts and won.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. The cap does kick back, bro. Michael Gelkin proved that. Like, see, and I'm gonna tell you why we think like what we do is when we make these projections and we call Jerry and Steven liars, you say, see, they can free up, right? And we start, people start, pulling triggers, and if you can move this around. What we never do with those rosy projections on how to create space is talk about the ramifications of the dead caps into the future. See, if you really doing your work, you would do a 4 to 5 year projection. Yes, we moved the money this year, but what did that do? Perfect example. We still paying for Gallup. Perfect example. We still paying for Zach Martin.
Tony just got off the books not too long ago, didn't it?
No, Tony shit was been gone.
Yeah, Tony
okay.
was
about
a
3-4 years.
Yeah, he was a 1 year hit, but it was a big hit though.
Yeah.
He was 11 million gone. You know what I'm saying? So, so if we really doing honest, like not honest, but thorough, because people honest, but it's not thorough. You got to show, okay, yeah, we moved money and we freed up cap hit to make Jerry and Steven look like liars on the cap and not having the money. But then you got to say, okay, what did that do to the cap 2 or 3 years from now? And look at the players we trying to play, and what does that do? Now, if you do all that work, I'm gonna listen to you. But I'm no longer interested in the people that's go every year talk about, hey, we can move money. The cap is a mirage. No, the cap is real, bro. And you have to be smart on how you move and manage it. You do. And that's why Michael Gelkin did a great job last year when he was a guest of the Final Word. And he was showing like, bro, it's a reason why Adams had to go out of Green Bay when they signed Rodgers. It's a reason why Kansas City knew Tyreek Hill was still in his prime, but he had to go because the cap is actually real, especially if you're looking at it 3 and 4 years down the line.
I about to say the cap is like it's real. You can manipulate it a whole bunch of ways, but eventually it's gonna catch up to you.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Yeah.
Eventually it's gonna catch up to you if you finessing too hard. It's gonna eventually catch up with you. Like
Man,
the Eagles day coming.
Yeah,
they coming too.
Yeah, and see, I'm gonna be quick. Michael Gelkin said the can kicks back. That was the dopest thing. He was like, "Yeah, that can do kick back." I'm sorry, Henry.
No, y'all good, man. Y'all good. Y'all having a good conversation. You know, I just gotta show love to the people paying. You know, they paying, so I'm saying what they want us to say. You know,
that's what's happening.
Angie paid too. I want to get to her.
Go ahead. Salute to Angie with the $4.99. She said, "I'm glad CD got all his money because he supplied my lifestyle in another year."
That's crazy.
Angie ain't going.
That's crazy work, Angie.
And Angie
she
also
said in another universe.
She said, "I was glad to hear Shotty not on that. It's all on Dak. He's been doing a great job of that." You right, Angie. She sent a super chat earlier. I didn't get it, so I texted her. She told me what she said on that super chat. I was glad to hear. Yeah, Shotty is trying to educate the fans because we have been thoroughly miseducated, even through the toxicity of Jerry. So
that's a great point too. That's a great point.
So like when Jerry said, didn't I say we're going to go as far as Dak took us? See, he was feeding into the quarterback carry teams doctrine. You know what I mean? And that's a dangerous, bad thing to feed the fans, especially casual fans, because they actually believe that doctrine. But Shotty, if we pay attention to Angie's point, he's trying to educate us. No, don't ever put it on just one man. We are a team. And he one of the first that I heard preaching it that loud. Even Mike McCarthy wasn't loud about that. And I thought he should have been loud about that.
You want to know something I'm noticing too?
What's that?
It's still meddling, and it's still a war between the two parties.
It is.
The coaches and the ownership. Because listen, Shotty literally preaching the opposite of what
he is.
Jerry and them saying.
It's right.
Real talk. Like Jerry and them said, we go far as that go.
And he like, nah,
Dak this, Dak that. Or this, like everything they saying, Shotty gotta go, like, you know, he gotta go politically disagree. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's still a war, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Shotty's on the right side of it. See, my criticisms of Shotty is I just want him to stay true. I want him to own up to what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I just want him to stand on his principles that he been preaching to us. Because it sounds so good that we know that this is exactly what we need, though. So I employ Cowboy Nation as a whole. Like, we need to support Shotty, though. Like, we need to make sure he stay on course. Because we see the evils of the front office is trying to take us out. Like, everything. That's why he's preaching competition, because we know it's cowboy politics involved. That's why he preaching that it's not only Dak's fault, because he know that Jerry is constantly saying stuff like that. Like, he's going against exactly what the front office is saying.
Indeed. Salute. Hold on real quick. Let me get it out the way and I'll let y'all keep cooking. They said with the 5-piece, look at the Saints. The Capitol been kicking their ass the last few years. And he's right. They're in cap hell, you know, for players that
kicks back.
No longer in the league. Like Michael Thomas is not on the team. They still are paying him, if I'm not mistaken. They still paying Ramchick, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a bad contract, too.
I like what Jay Lombardi said. I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Go ahead.
He said, stand your ground, Shotty. These geezers ain't the smartest one in the room. Man, thank you, bro. And Jay, thank you just for the type of dude you are, bro. I be just peeping you, bro. I just like how Jay is. Jay the type that's, he don't kiss nobody ass, you know, and he recognized the bullshit that's going on right now around the community, bro. Like, I just been peeping Jay. Jay been peeping this stuff, bro. I just appreciate you. I just want to say that loud, bro. Jay Lombardi, you one of the realest ones.
Facts.
You know, and I don't want to go on no soapbox on that, but I will say this. The Dallas Cowboys, we gotta say it how it is, bro. They have really recovered from the fumbles that they had earlier.
Yeah,
you can fumble. Yeah, like the way that they blundered Mike McCarthy. Yeah, I got the thumbnail.
Send it to me as well.
Okay.
That's all I gotta do now, so I'll be ready.
Yeah, me too. I just gotta upload it. But no, he ain't lying. And listen, to Steven's credit, the reason that Stephen Jones is the way that he is the Dallas Cowboys were going through cap hell, and he was the one that pulled them out. Like the bad contracts they had with Roy Williams, the wide receiver, and some of the horrible trades they made and shit like that. He was the one that fixed the books. This is like right before Tony Romo and them got here. So in that little down period in between the 90s and right before we got Tony Romo, he was the one that came in and he cleaned up the books for Jerry. Because Jerry
he got PTSD and then he gave it to us after being so cheap. So I understand though. It's almost like if you ever had a whole bunch of money and went broke, you ain't trying to do that no more. Once you get that bag back up, you're going to be careful this time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, man, I ain't finna do it.
Boy,
look, I understand Steven a little bit now, though. Real talk.
Nah, he's the management, and I do even understand our guys. Like, our guys is about drafting and as much as possible, leaning on draft picks as much as possible to stay within budget. But then you can get into an accounting mind to where you thinking about budget so hard and you trying to fuss that budget plan to where you forget it's about having the right players out there too.
Yo, can I stop 1 second? TTC and JVB boy, both of y'all are too big of supporters of my channel to be going at it. Even if y'all don't get along in the chat box with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate both. Yeah, I appreciate both of y'all for what y'all done for a nigga over the years. Y'all some real niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Real men.
Yeah, real men at that. You know what I'm saying? But
hit it.
Please get along for your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. It's Eagles. It's Eagles week, man. Let's bomb on the weak ass Eagle fans in the chat box. Let's slap them niggas up. I keep doing it. Take their lunch money. You know what I'm saying? But let's get along for this week, man. You know what I'm saying?
And here I'm gonna say this: I love wars, bro. I do. I love the wars because I think the wars make the best out of all of us. I just want people to do it respectfully. Let's just not do it toxically. That's the key. It's like I think the war that we had between trenches and weapons actually worked out for both of us. We raised the national conversation on that, bro. You feel me?
Out. I'm glad you brought that up. Cause listen, I ain't gonna lie. When I sit back and look now, I'm thinking to myself like, I honest to God didn't think we'll be here right now.
Me neither, bro.
And I'm talking about the fact that I got what I wanted and you got what you wanted.
Right.
Who thought that this would be the outcome? Let's be fair about this now.
I think
the Cowboys need a little more love, bro. Real talk. They need a little more love for this because ain't no way I thought I was going to get what I wanted.
They do.
Especially after the draft. I thought it was dead.
And that's why I always live by the mantra that our voice matter, bro. That's just not a slogan. Like that's why we getting ready to aggressively move to the new campaign, which is trade for running back. Let me go look at this hashtag because I wrote it down. The new thing we pushing now is trade for RB1, bro.
Put that graphic up for
That's
the people
it.
one time, here.
Yeah, put that graphic up, please. We gonna talk about this.
We got 11 of them.
Yeah. So trade, cause see now we are getting close. Cause to LandLord point, all of the wars we had, we're winning. All the campaigns we get behind, we winning. Right. So what happened? We was at odds about the guard or the weapon. So we end up getting both because we was loud about it. And think about it. Every business owner wants to keep the customer happy because it makes a spin, right? So shit, I got my booker. Y'all got your pickings. Everybody hugged. But then what happened? Then we was like, all right, we got that, but this one tech a crisis, right? And what immediately happened, I'm going to tell y'all who started that campaign. It was Henny. Henny got to work and said, bro, we need to respect one tech. It hit my spirit. It hit my spirit.
That's so perfect. We got to come up. I like this one just for the message, But it'll be great if we had one that hit like that.
Man, that hit, bro. No, that hit. That
Respect
hit.
one tech.
Man,
It hit the core of your soul.
Man, that hit my spirit. And so, and all of us pushed it. Rome pushed it. Tuck pushed. Not all. I ain't gonna lie. Some motherfuckers ain't help at all. Some people, but
we need Rome behind this one too. I already know.
Man,
I know he want to run it back anyway. He want to run it back too. So hey, we got to push this, man, for real.
And listen, y'all. See, some people really take pride in saying y'all don't matter. We don't matter. Jerry ain't listening. It's like, no, bro. John Machota already put out there that Jerry and Steven get a report every day of what we're saying on X. And you just got to look at this from business. A lot of times they have to go look and see what we're saying so they can know how to move and keep us happy. A perfect example. He was trying to play that publicity against Jimmy Johnson, right? And he was doing it year in and year out, right? Then he put DeMarcus Ware in the Ring of Honor. They looked at they looked at Twitter or X, right? And when he said, and Jerry said this, he said, "Ooh, when I saw the backlash, they put Jimmy in the ring." So it wasn't anything sentimental. It was just business. It was like, "Oh, I don't want to piss off my fans like this. They are really offended at me putting DeMarcus Ware in there without Jimmy." And that's what got Jimmy in there, because it was our blended voices. So it's never a waste of time for all of us to join hands and speak together on what we want, because this is what happens. The Keenan Allen campaign had over 4 million impressions. The Respect One Tech got over 5. If Jerry and them are getting a report, don't you want what we want at the top of the report? And so what it takes is all of us to get out of this, woe is me, we can't do nothing, I'm finna lay down, I'm mad about Michael Parsons. No, pick your fucking self up and put your gloves on and fight back. So we have a new hashtag that we pushing before the trade deadline, because guess what? Your team at this point might be truly a running back from being true contenders, dog. Look at it. We got 2 first. I don't want to get on the soapbox, bro. I'm gonna stop.
Talk your talk.
Let me finish this though, because goddamn, bro, we got 2 number ones. We got a fully rebuilt offensive line, dog. We now have a true 1 tech, 3 tech run stopper. Don't believe the stats that people putting out there that he didn't stop the run. Go look at his film. That dude, I fell out my chair looking at him yesterday. Legitly, dog. No pandering. I don't do that. Dog, we got the guy we need. We are close now. This is not the time to be no coward. This ain't no time to be crying about Michael Parsons. This is the time to say, all right, we like what we got. If this running back ain't looking like what it is, trade for RB1 and let's go get it, y'all. It's going to take all of us together. Our voice matter, bro. Stop.
Salute to Angie on my side with the Cash App. She said she can't send super chats. I wonder what's wrong with it. Man. I don't know if it's on my channel or not, but y'all let me know. But we appreciate you.
On my channel, I accidentally had my channel set to kids, and I corrected that.
Yeah, she was able to send mine, so I think it was. I don't know what's going on with that, but you know.
Y'all let me know on my channel if you can't send one. I seen somebody send one earlier, but I don't know.
Yeah. So listen, y'all. Let's get behind this stuff, bro. It's truly common sense, dog. Like it really is. Like I come from a sales background, bro. If I really know that my boss or somebody that I'm trying to get my proposal in front of is looking at it every day, you ain't gonna try to push yourself up on that list. Facts. You see what I'm saying? Just think about it, bro. So just sitting on your hands like, hey, man, Jerry don't care as he's carrying is goofy. The next worst thing that we can do and the wrong thing to do right now is the epic amount of pandering that's happening. It's an epic amount of pandering that's happening because we want to feel good. We doing content and staying, like Jerry genius. And Jerry is definitely genius as a businessman. Jerry is absolutely not genius as a football guy.
Yeah. And look, you want to know something? I ain't gonna lie. I think I looked at Jerry a little different not too long ago. And I swear to God, I'm not. Y'all know me. I'm not trying to help him, but I kind of felt for him. I had a little empathy for him.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. No cap. And y'all gonna feel me. Y'all gonna feel me. Check this out. Even though Jerry always meddling and he just be in the way sometimes, and he probably be, biting off more than he can chew in the football space. But when you think about it, we always used to say this, like, man, Jerry could be anywhere in the world, bro. He could just be on a yacht somewhere, just sailing away and just minding his business.
Sailing away.
No, for real. But look, Jerry really love football, y'all.
No, he love football.
He listen, he just like us, bro. Jerry really love
more
football.
than us, bro.
Now I just know when you think about that, he might be in the way, it might be harmful. But that man just an old man that love football, bro. He really do, bro.
His story, the dopest story in the world, bro. Like
it's crazy. And we be frustrated and mad at him, but that
he
man love football, man.
Football is in that man's heart, man.
It's crazy.
This man, if you go watch the documentary, bro, this man basically was drilling holes in debt, right? And just kept it real. He said the only thing that kept me in business was my ability to be able to raise money from them banks. He said, to be honest, we had all these kind of numbers and stuff trying to tell people and then convince people what that all was. He said, really nobody knew but God. So he was out there hustling, right? Yeah. So you out there, and he was $50 million in debt. Finally hit that oil hole, and it put him over $100 million. And guess what he did? He used that to purchase they bankrupt Dallas Cowboys. And his daddy literally told him, son, get that football shit out your head. And he couldn't. He couldn't, because he is like us, but greater than us in terms of, I'm determined to be a part of it. I'm determined to make myself in it. You know what I mean? Now he got kinks in his armor. Right.
Yeah, I think he overestimate what he qualified for when it comes to it.
Perfectly said.
Because he played, you know what I'm saying? This man played football and won a championship, man.
National.
So you got to think like Jerry, honest to God, he honest to God loves football, y'all. So now we telling him, like, we know we gonna always love football. So how we gonna tell Jerry to just go on and get out the way? This billionaire man, he just happened to be a billionaire who owns a team, but he absolutely real life love football.
Nah, he need to get out the way.
I can see the twinkle in his eyes when he talk about it.
Nah, he does.
He really love this
stuff, he love it, but he need to get out the way too.
Yeah,
I feel like he should, but
I was just gonna say, listen, at a certain age, they don't even let you drive no more, let alone operate a damn team. I'm just saying, like they take granddaddy keys away.
Yeah, he need to get the keys taken.
Yeah, like you we'll show for you in the Bentley, Grandpa, but you is not finna wrap this mug around a tree. We love you too much. Right. We love you too much, Grandpa.
Take the keys from Pawpaw, man.
Like, hey, real quick, I don't think we read Mafia, and then we gotta holler at Ty Lockhart. Shout out to Mafia Production with the $10 super. He says, put me in the game, coach. I see green jersey, and I knock the man out winning. Hey, we got a hit over here, man. We appreciate you. And shout out to Ty Lockhart, man. And shout out to Elder Lockhart and Michael Lockhart. I don't know where y'all at, but I hope y'all good.
They here in spirit.
Yeah, they here in spirit. He said Jerry love football all like a crackhead loves crack. Not good for anyone. He right, though.
He right, bro.
He right, though,
he
bro.
Right.
Hey, put that back on the screen. That's hard right
there. From that man, bro.
I did want to let y'all know Perry Young got hurt at practice.
And see, we warned about
what kind of hurt.
See, we never wish that on him, bro. But see, people got to use their common sense. When you go get a D tackle from the USFL, they've been playing already a lot of football. Then you put about 3 more games of that dude with hard practices on him in preseason. So now we up to 15 games. Perry Young, as we've been pushing for him, it's like, bro, at the end of the season, he was gonna pay 34 games, bro.
He looked the part too. I ain't gonna lie. He looked like a monster out there.
Amazing.
I just like how his old demeanor. He seemed like he ready to go to war, man. I hate that. I hope he get back right.
He wanted him to do. He basically said, "I'll kill somebody about you."
Yeah, I can tell you. He looked like it. He looked like he for real too.
Yeah,
I wonder what's the significance of it.
He had to get help. He had to get helped out the field. We won't know for a little bit, but aren't you happy we do got Kenny Clark?
Reinforcements.
Aren't you happy we got Kenny Clark now?
Yeah.
Aren't you happy?
They said Clark wearing 95 now.
Yeah, he went from 96 to 95.
No, Kenny Clark was right on time, bro. Right on time. So, yeah, and shoot, and we still need to keep our eye on that too, because we will still be one more injury away from crisis. Basically, Kenny Clark just took us out of crisis. Basically, we're not in crisis mode no more.
Yeah.
No. Now, I want to encourage everybody.
That's what Land been talking about. He been looking for an upgrade over Malik Hooker, but Malik Hooker had a good
Malik been solid though. He been solid. I just want one of those dynamic sideline to sideline.
You want Caleb Downs?
I want Caleb Downs. Yes. Ohio State. Yes.
We the Bland. Oh, that's why y'all said I'm like a prophet. Because I said that some news could break that would change our show.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said you jinxed us, boss. Yeah,
that's
why I said.
I said you be manifesting, and then you go ahead and manifest.
Remember I said we need to drop now because some news could break. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And soon as we said that, before we even can do it, Bland got signed.
Man,
and we had a good dynamic. We had a good conversation about it too.
But see, I will tell you what we was getting ready to talk about before Bland. We was literally uploading this right to go live. The thumbnail was gonna be Philly. We ain't talked about Philly yet, y'all. Do y'all want to bridge to that?
I mean, we got time. We ain't gonna lie, say we got time. We got 15 minutes.
Let's get on Philly real quick then.
If you could pull up their depth chart, that'll help me out. I need to see something.
Boss one of them. What they said, you got Stockholm syndrome. We said we kidnapped Boss, but now he want to stay longer than us.
Y'all did kidnap me. My boy hit me up. Hey man, you want to do a pre-recorded real quick? It's only take 30. Man, we been on this hour 3 hours.
10 to 3 hours.
Hey man, we got 2 first-round picks, y'all. We can draft Caleb Downs.
Yes, we can.
Cause he a safety too.
One of them gonna be good enough to get.
I don't know how high he gonna get.
Yeah, we get like let's talk about that too, bro.
Could you imagine this defense with a safety like that?
Man, listen, bro. That's the exciting part about these 4 picks. Dallas is truly in a position to go BPA, and they definitely ain't going offensive line. The only way that they would go is Tyler Guyton would have to fall off a cliff. And I don't anticipate that. I think Tyler Guyton finna go come into his own this year, right? I think by year 3 we gonna be talking Pro Bowl. So if that happened, we going safety, running back, Abuka types at receiver, might move on from Pickens, right? And be okay type because of depend on the draft. And I know we talked about that on the show that's coming.
Yeah,
Bland we ain't different now too. Bland makes it different now too.
I told you that's why I said you
made
was
a good
prophet.
case. Yeah, you made.
And I had to be honest about it because I would have rather signed Pickens, but my whole principle about not signing Bland was if he was trying to top the market, like if we had to dedicate all of those resources to him. But I feel like he got paid fairly.
Yeah.
So if he got paid fairly and wasn't trying to top the market, I ain't got nothing to say. So we might be able to get Pickens too. So let's see how that work out.
Yes, indeed. And yes, listen, if y'all are talking about should we shoot somebody in the chat box, if it's even a question, you blow their heads off. All right, listen, we gonna pack them up and we gonna sing this song.
Oh shit, this nigga dead. Oh no.
We gonna pack them up.
That's all ridiculous.
we gonna pack them up and sing the song.
Where did you get that from?
You remember that song I had shared with you earlier? They did the ABCs.
Yeah.
Same dude.
That song was lit too. I ain't gonna hold you. They snapped on that.
I was like, hold
they
on.
snapped. The beat going crazy. They going off on that.
He said, we're not drafting offense at all. This is a running back. Do you think they'll draft a running back high?
Hey,
yeah.
I told you, we rich, bro. We need to be talking like that. We need to be talking like that.
I feel you, Henny. I feel the way you asked it and everything. That reservation in your voice. You're right. I think it depends on the lobby. What I mean by that is us. If we loud about it, yes. And that's why we got to be hard on this trade for RB1. if we doing that loud all the way up to the trade deadline and they never get it done, and especially if the running back kind of one of the main reasons we don't kind of get over the hump, that's gonna be the first thing they do in the draft.
Hey, salute to my guy C. Burleson, because I understand what he said. He said, sorry, landlord, but I'm not paying a player we haven't seen play for us a game yet. But guess what? Green Bay just topped the market for one. Shit, that they ain't seen play for them yet. So, hey, that's just to be fair. Shit, I would pay him.
Andrew said, what kind of shoes are Kenny Clark? They're not Crocs.
Gators and snakes.
Gangsta. This one's for the
I
players in the Cadillac.
Hey, I got me some Gators and snakes. You hear me? I'm old school Texas boy. You feel me? Say, I put on them $600, $700.
A lot of y'all might not even know that song. My bad.
Oh man, what?
This the South though.
We Texas, man.
This the South.
What?
Everybody ain't from the South on here.
You could have hummed that, and I would have known what it was.
No, but look, everybody ain't from the South on here, so they might not know
That's
what
true.
that
That's
is.
true. That's
They
true.
might
That's
not
true.
know
That's
what
true.
that
That's
is.
true. That's true.
Yes, indeed.
That's true. We do got a lot of people all over the country that listen. Shout out to the people up in
We do.
DMV.
Shout out to the folks in the East Coast too.
Yeah, I be trying to. One day I've been kind of give y'all we might give y'all an East Coast vibe one day on Boss Land. We be southerning y'all to death.
Yeah, we gonna rep for the East Coast one time.
Yeah, we go one day give y'all some East Coast vibes. We
all the way hip hop though.
Yeah. We know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? We hip hop, so we can rock with.
We're a fan of all of that, man. Like I ain't gonna be that dude hating on my East Coast.
We can bounce out with the locks, man. We can bounce out with whatever y'all trying to get.
Yeah, I know y'all. Hey,
Pun,
you know I'm a whole fan now. That's my guy.
We can rock with Jigga, the Jigga man.
Yeah. Then you got Nas, you got, you know what I'm saying, DMX, you got some guys out there, Jada, Fab. Hey, I rocks with a lot of folks from the North, man. 50, shit, don't forget 50.
My boy said I'm all the way from Utah. Oh man, we ain't got no music for you, bro.
I don't know what y'all listen to up there.
I don't know what y'all listen to.
Hey, you gotta put us on,
you
my
got
dog.
to tell us.
You gotta let us know.
It's technically like the West Coast. You know, it's right over there.
Oh, it is on the West, ain't it? So
Yeah,
y'all on that E40 or something over there?
It's a probably different time zone. They probably bumping West Coast.
Mac
folks,
Dre, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know the vibe of Utah. You know,
it's West Coast. It's West Coast.
Okay. So they'll if they
time zone.
Gotcha. So if they're on some urban rap, they'll be on that kind of like the Wilson type music, you know.
Hypey,
you know what I'm talking about? Hypey. Yeah.
Too short.
That beat was so crazy though. Now that song in my head. This was for the
I can't
players and the Cadillacs with the 10s and the 12. Man, that shit was so hard. Lord,
man, listen,
I gotta go listen to that when we get done.
Hey, listen, man, that is one of them classes you gotta put on. I can't see
so hard. You gotta ride out to that.
Let me pull that depth chart real quick.
It's up here right here.
Yeah, I can't see it though from this view, so I'm gonna have to pull it on my own. I got it though. I'm gonna catch up to you. Give me a second. It's Philadelphia. Because I want to be able to talk it, at least get the initial talks of matchups and what to expect, like based on what they got. Give me 1 second. So I'm caught up to you now. All right. So let's see.
Will Shipley made second running back over
today.
Look like it.
One of the major things today is they got a lot of people with question marks by their name.
I think AJ, Devontae, and Dallas gotta play. I think Jordan Mailata plays. I heard somebody say even Landon Dixon's gonna play. The only person I know for sure is not gonna suit up with Johnny Wilson because he already on IR.
All right, but are they gonna be 100?
I don't think it's possible for Landon Dickinson to be 100, but he'll be Landon Dickinson.
I think it'll be a good fun exercise if you can make that bigger. Hit Control Plus, it'll make it bigger. Like click on it and hit Control Plus, it'll make your whole thing bigger. Yeah, now click in there, anywhere in your internet and hit Control Plus, it's gonna make it bigger. Yeah, click on that actual window. Yeah, click in there and then hit Control Plus to make it bigger. Because what I think would be a fun exercise is to go line by line and say who better. From quarterback, running back, receivers, receiver 2s, receiver 3s, tight ends. Out. Yeah, there we go. You got it. Because me even looking at the offense so far and with the changes we just made, I'm seeing Dallas better in a lot of positions. Straight up. No cap, no homer shit. Because Dak Prescott better than Jalen Hurts. We can start there.
Facts.
Yes, there's nothing really to discuss. And listen, I don't think Jalen Hurts is a bad quarterback. I don't think Jalen Hurts is bad. It just
he not.
It's just when you talk about some of the more advanced metrics, they tend to favor Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah.
So and listen, I'm gonna go with my guy anyway. If it's close, I'm gonna go with the home team. Goddamn it.
Every time.
So listen, where it's not close, is Saquon is killing it. It's
yeah,
Saquon is the best in the business.
Yeah, so we give them that. So then, who number one better, AJ Brown or CeeDee Lamb?
It is very close.
A lot of people argue, but I say CD all day.
I say it's CD. It ain't even close, especially with AJ having a hamstring issue. Give me a healthy CD Lamb over a questionable AJ Brown. We win that matchup. Who better between Devontae Smith and Pickens? Pickens, easily. Who better out of our number three? Who's our
to be fair, if we talking talent wise, eye test, I might feel like Smith, but if I'm going off of what I've seen, production, and you know what I'm saying, I've seen George Pickens be a number one and dominate.
And you fair on that one, because if I had to pick out the two, I would go with Devontae Smith, because I know Dak is just so ice with right route runners, and he still,
Smith hard though.
Man, that dude,
I can't lie to you,
he crispy as hell. But just overall, if I wasn't picking a fit for Dak, I'm going with Pickens. Now, where Pickens is a better fit for Dak is the vertical, and where I would then slap Devontae in his face and say, "Kiss me."
Then he little too. Now we ain't even think about the physique. Like George Pickens is physically imposing compared to him.
Stop you, Texas. You just a hating ass nigga, and it's okay.
Hating ass brother.
Nah, fuck that. Like he's not a brother of mine. I don't know that man.
Good
you
Lord.
Know what I'm saying? But it's fine though. You don't have to agree. But to sit here and then for y'all to sit here and act, obtuse, like the playoffs is the only thing that separates players. Y'all know right now that y'all would not take Nick Foles over somebody like Phillip Rivers, or take Nick Foles over Matt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Or take what's the boy that won with the Buccaneers, the Johnson boy. Y'all wouldn't take Johnson, over Warren Moon or nothing, right? That's like self-explanatory. Yet you come in here and you say Dak, suck because of the postseason. No, man. Like that. If you can't apply it to folks that you actually like and respect, then it does not apply. If you got to change the rules and your own common sense to try to bring somebody down, then it obviously cannot be true.
Appreciate that super dash, Sadiqa. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Everything we say is always confidential. That you want to be confidential. Absolutely. That's how I roll. People know that. Yeah, if you tell me to keep anything confidential, bro, I'm going to my grave with it. Real talk.
Salute to Mr. Sadiqa Charles, though.
But we was talking about Devontae Smith, and I appreciate the people in the chat, because I love, especially like our channels, we got realists. Like, it's some people going with
we finna get you the fuck out of here, though, my boy.
Man, forget that dude, man.
Just
get him out of here, bro, so we can talk football, bro.
He gonna have to suck dick somewhere else, nigga. This is a non-dick sucking ass channel. So if you got your dick suckers wrapped around these niggas, you gotta get the fuck out of here, man. And this, fuck that shit. That be wrong with y'all, nigga. Y'all be letting hoe ass niggas live, man. We
no, just shoot him. Just kill him and get him out.
Oh shit, this nigga dead, y'all.
Yeah, just shoot him.
Oh no,
get one of them shooters to get him.
This happened, niggas dying dead.
Good Lord.
I don't want to get that dude, because we gonna have too many of them types where they come in and all they want to do is get some attention off
the show.
Yeah, because they go say something controversial to have us wired up. Let's just shoot them and move on. You know what I'm saying?
Dead.
He did good. Because I shoot them too. First thing I do is get the shooters on them and they kill them. Metaphorically, metaphorically, all right?
They get a little too disrespectful. That's when I go out. But a lot of times I just ignore them because that's what they deserve.
Absolutely.
They don't deserve no. You know what Jay-Z said? You only get half a bar. You get half a bar, nigga.
Mafia Production said Lamb and Pickens.
Nah, JB, if they on my page, shoot them.
Yeah, and then Mafia Productions, he said Lamb and Pickens finna get a league, no choice but to give Dak MVP. He's breaking every Cowboys record this year. Man, say, bro, I wish I could super chat you right back. For real. I wish I could shoot that right back to you, bro. You shouldn't even pay for that. I would have highlighted that.
You remember what I said? That was one of my cases for getting a wide receiver. You remember, boss? I was man, that gonna go ballistic, bro.
He is.
He finna go crazy
this year, bro.
He finna go
I
crazy.
told all the dudes with the hater YouTube pages, and listen, I ain't even mad at y'all because it's a market for everybody. It's a market. Rome said it best, man. Rome, one of the wisest dudes. He was like, bro, ain't no use of being like, listen, and I mean this too, bro. Because see, what pissed me off is kind of the pandering types and stuff like that. But even if you like a panderer, it's a market for you, bro. It's a whole lot of people want to be pandered to. So I don't care. Just keep growing the space because I just want my videos recommended to y'all people.
Mm-hmm. keep making us money.
Yeah, just as long as I and then the space is growing. Like, let me tell you something. It's a lot of sloppy content out here. Some fast growing, but sloppy ass content. I'm still super thankful for them dudes.
Cause it's still opening your eyes to the space.
Yeah, and then it makes all our numbers grow. Cause once you start getting anybody in the habit of looking at Dallas Cowboys content, we're naturally gonna be recommended to them same people. So and we're gonna filter off the smart ones from the people that like pandering content. So nobody loses from growth.
Yeah,
but going back to football.
Cause listen, I gotta end the show anyway. Like
Damn, we had 15 minutes. You're right.
You had 15 minutes. I'm gonna end it with this. You asked, what has Dak Prescott done since 2016? He's been a 3-time Pro Bowler. He's been an All-Pro. He finished second in MVP voting. He was Rookie of the Year, and as of today, he is the second leader in passing yards and passing touchdowns for your franchise, while being one of the most accurate quarterbacks in NFL history by all the numbers. He's top 10 in passer rating, top 10 in career completion percentage, and top 10 in career touchdown interception ratio. That's what Dak Prescott has done since 2016. And you want me to sit here and believe because the team around him has not gotten over the hump that he is a bad individual player. We don't snort cocaine in the liquor store. We don't we don't pop Molly. We don't do Fent. But we might sell it to pay the rent. God bless America. But we gotta get out of here. I gotta go. I gotta put a ticket in.
I hate you gotta go.
I gotta put a ticket in, man.
I was so ready to do this matchup. Damn, bro. We'll do it another day. We also, real quick, we got a show premiering at 4, us 3 again. So we giving you a full day of content. We also have DC Universe coming on at 8. This is overtime week because Philly this week. It's time to beat their ass. That's my final word.
Already, it's time to turn up, man. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all show some love to all the independent content creators. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. And hey, man, we gonna keep on doing this, man. This we are not done. This team is still in a great position to be gangster. Hey, we gotta push that running back 1 trade. We need to trade for that running back 1 for sure. And hey, everybody need to get behind the campaign this time, man. Hey, if you on Twitter, make sure you share this show, man. And this ain't just to support us; it's to support your Cowboys too, because we putting out good ideas that's gonna help us get that Lombardi. So y'all make sure every time you decide not to share these shows, you really doing us a disservice, man, for real. Cause we trying to get through to these people to do the right things. Y'all seen the proof, like Boss said. We showed y'all the proof. We did. We showed y'all the proof. Every time we push a campaign, we end up getting what we wanted. We got everything we wanted except for the trade. Of course, we didn't want to trade Michael, but everything we wanted, we got it, y'all.
That's right.
We got everything we wanted. And much hell we get a front office, I can honestly say that. And I didn't think I'd be sitting here saying that today, that we got a dope-ass number 2 wide receiver and Tyler Booker.
And and our shoes 1 tick.
Salute to him and a 1 tick. So salute to the front office for a lot of the things that they did. You know what I'm saying? They not perfect, and they just signed Bland for a fair contract. So
yes, they winning right now.
They going crazy this year.
Nah, they
winning,
bro.
They really going crazy this year.
Yeah.
They is. And real quick, salute to Sadiqa Charles. She said, Henny, I'm here. No, I'm not tolerating disrespect. You get him, Miss Charles.
Let's go.
Get him, Miss Charles.
Sick him. Get hold to him. Turn them every way but loose. What they say?
Yeah, turn them every way but loose. But man, listen, it's been almost 2 hours, man. So thank y'all for everything. Like I said, we got a video airing at 4. Y'all check out the content, support the content. But I do gotta go try to make some more money. So God bless America. And we out.